What is up with it, everyone? Paul from Timeless Productions here, and today we're going to be talking about a thing in Resident Evil 4 I had no clue was even possible, and I've played this game since 2005, so it's been 15 years of playing this game, and I literally, myself, had no idea at all that this was a thing. So, essentially, what this is after you fight the Del Lago and you wake up on the other side, the river, if you go back to where you would just come from the when you first fought the Del Lago, and you go up here, there's going to be 5 Cerberuses that is just ready to rip your throat out. As you guys can see in this cutscene that's coming up, and all the loot actually does come back, so all the crates will be restocked and everything like that. You can go ahead and grab some stuff. The only thing that's not back is the jewel bangle that was inside of that bird's nest, because if you already got that, it only comes once. But here's the cutscene I was talking about. There is, more than 5, I think it's 6 actually. 6 Cerberuses ready to rip your throat out. This is an actual introduction cutscene to them. You've only seen them twice in the game, which is one outside of the church, and the other time is inside the maze. So I guess it's 3 times now. It's actually increased to this. I had, like I said, no clue that this was even a thing. And like I said, everything gets restocked. You can go back up here. No cutscene ensues or anything like that. But if you actually walk around, you see that it's actually built for the nighttime. The rain is over here, of course, and if you head back through the big door, back through the little canyon, all the people are back, and it's kind of strange when you really think about it, because if I'm honest with you, like I said, I've played the game for 15 years. Not knowing that this was even a thing has really just blew my mind, and I wanted to initially see how far I could go back from this area, just to see if I can get back to the village, if I can get to the El Gigante and fight him and all that. And you'll see later on in the video exactly what does happen, and it's kind of cool, if I'm honest with you. So, like I said, all the enemies have respawned. So inside the little canyon place, again, it's set up for nighttime. Everything is 100% set up. There are guys with plagas, even though the cutscene, the introduction cutscene has not started, on the opposite side of the river. So it's kind of just weird and strange to really think about that. In my mind, it's was I supposed to, initially when I played the game the first time, come back this way and realize that I was going the wrong way? Because playing this game, I've never gone back across the river. I've always just followed the linear path of going where we woke up and just going through that doorway with that introduction. So it's kind of maybe when they made Resident Evil 4, they intended for you to go back. They intended for you to see the wolves and stuff. They intended for you to kind of make your way back, get to the church, and once you get there, figure out that you have to go all the way back the other way. So I'm not 100% sure if that was a thing, but everything's restocked, so it's pretty easy to see that they were expecting you to go ahead and come back through this way at some point during this segment, because why else would they restock it? And I checked every bird's nest just in case something came out. The antique pipe, again, does not come out, because once you pick it up the first time through here, you can't get it again. It's only a one-time valuable, and that's kind of strange to me. So I guess if you guys end up missing the antique pipe or missing the jewel bangle on your first go, and you wake up at night, you can actually come back through and find those items. I guess I'll have to dig a little bit deeper into that. If you guys want to see a video on that to see if that is possible, let me know down in the comment section below. But all the enemies respawn. There's enemies in different areas than when you initially saw them. Like I said, the plaga does come out, even though the introduction hasn't happened. So it's kind of strange to me when that actually happens, because it's kind of makes sense, but at the same time, it's kind of weird to really think about it, because what if you don't go through there and you don't have the introduction to the plaga, and all of a sudden you go back this way and you find out that these guys have plagas? You'd be really confused on your first playthrough, honestly. So now we're about to get up to one of my favorite parts that I wasn't 100% sure would even go ahead and play, if I'm honest with you, which is the El Gigante fight. I was thinking maybe the El Gigante fight won't start unless I do go through the normal path, quote unquote. But as you guys can see right here, the second I walk through these gates, the El Gigante fight cutscene starts, and you actually have the El Gigante fight, which is, like I said, it's strange to really think about, because it's kind of like the creators intended for you to do all this, which means I've been playing Resident Evil 4 wrong for the past 15 years, and so has everyone else. If they haven't seen this, I mean, I don't know how many of you out there have actually, seen this, walked through this pathway, found all this like hidden stuff in it. So I'm not 100% sure, but for me, like I said, it like blew my mind to even know that like this was a thing, and just how far back you can initially go with this. Because for a while I was like, maybe they'll stop me here, maybe they'll stop, like I really thought they were gonna stop me before I got outside of the canyon to the El Gigante fight. I thought it was gonna be like boarded up, where it's like, oh, the door is locked, you can't get through. That would make more sense, because then you'd have to go back the other way. But it doesn't force you to go the other way at all. The only thing that does force you to go the other way is when you get to the church, and the indentation is there, which that cutscene does play, surprisingly, too. Because if you get to the church the first time and you go up to the door, you'll have the cutscene where he talks to Hunnigan and she asks him about picking a lock, right? So, for this, if you do the same thing, you head there, so the same cutscene will ensue, but this time you're at night, of course. And as you guys can see, the dogs are here. There's only the 2 or the 3 that you fight right here. Pretty simple. You don't really have to, you don't have an introduction to them or anything. They're just kind of there. There's the cutscene right there, and it was like, I wasn't expecting this cutscene to even play either. If I'm honest with you, it was like, doesn't make a lot of sense if you ask me. But I guess it kind of does in the same vein of that. Couldn't get inside the church from the side door. I went back here to see if anyone had spawned. No one had spawned. There's no valuable placed right back on the pedestal, of course. Again, you can only get certain items once in the game, which is the green cat's eye, which is the one that you get from there. And if you go down here, there's no enemies inside of the cemetery at all. And there's no one inside this cabin or anything. But it's restocked, because later on in the next chapter, when you do end up getting back here, and you do end up running back through the cemetery, you'll have all the villagers that are waiting outside for you, and you have the big carriage with the fire barrels on it. So you guys, if you played Resident Evil 4, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So, as you go through this little cave area, I wanted to see if anyone spawned down here, and I just, like I said, wanted to see how far I could go. Down here, no one spawns. The merchant, of course, is in the same place he always is. But you can get all the valuables while you're here. If you shoot this, well, the first time if you shoot this, you get the valuables, but you know what I mean. Then that's restocked, because you're going to come through this next chapter. So what I was thinking is, maybe they had this all set up for the next chapter. It was already initially set up. You weren't supposed to go this far, and they just kind of had it ready. And once the other chapter ended, for it to go ahead and ensue, so they wouldn't have to load too many textures and too many enemy models or anything like that. But once you go through here and you head back inside of the village, it literally looks like the village directly from when you come in the next chapter. You have the bear trap set down, you have all the enemies that are here, and I was really surprised by that, because I was like, I wasn't expecting the bear traps to be set up. I was expecting for when the chapter to end, and you get to the next chapter, for all of these guys to be actually put into the village and the farm in the background. But that is not the case at all. Like I said, they're already here, so you can run over here, you can literally kill all these enemies, and later on when we come back through here with Ashley, you'll see that if you kill them now, they're just gone. They're just dead 100%. Any bear traps that you guys hit, they're, destroyed, so you don't have to step over them, you don't get hurt, nothing's reset or anything like that. And I was really confused at that too, because of the fact that it doesn't make sense for the village and the farm to be set up this early on. You know what I mean? Because of the fact that you're not on the next chapter, there's no reason for them to put all the models, all the loot back into it. There's no reason for all of that. So I thought I was gonna come in here and it was just gonna be empty. There's gonna be no one in the village. There's gonna be no bear traps on the ground. It was just gonna be desolate. All the boxes that I'd broken when I first came through the village would be broken. or when you come back through it after the big cheese captures you and all that. I thought all that would be, but some of the houses have loot back inside of them. The barrels are put back. As you guys can see, once you break them, you'll get handgun ammo or whatever else, it's all randomized. And it was just really cool, in my opinion, to actually see all this. So I went back to see if I could actually get back to the first Ganado that you see, back to where the bridge is and all that. But it's set up just like the next chapter, that you have the boards on it, so you can't get through there, which means that they took that whole entire map design from that, and they just took that out, which is why they boarded it up, so you can't go back and it's not loading with too many assets at the same time, which helps for game optimization. Of course, if you guys know about video games and how they run, how to make them run a little bit better. I checked this house over here too, just to see if maybe there was some hidden valuable that I wasn't 100% sure about, but nope, there's nothing. Literally, it's just these barrels that are restocked and ready to go for you when you come in through the next chapter. So next, we're gonna go ahead and head directly to the farmland. The farm, you know what I mean. Gonna go ahead and head directly to the farm. So once you get to the farm, it's all remade again, 100%, and it's kind of strange to me because I thought this would also be desolate and empty, there was gonna be no one here. They even have the file that you could pick up later on when you come back through with Ashley, and you see all the enemies in the same locations that they would be when you come through with Ashley. They have the bear traps, they have everyone with the torches, everyone's just ready, and I'm confused, if I'm honest with you, 100%. It doesn't make sense. I guess game optimization for this was for game optimization, to make sure it's ready ahead of time once it hits the nighttime, so they only have to load in the nighttime parts of the map, and they don't have to load in too much assets for optimization for the game to go ahead and run smoothly, of course. So you could just go ahead through here. Now I went back to where the beer sign would be, behind the little cabinet place, and once you jump over here to the little cabinet, there's gonna be no beer sign. There's gonna be a box, nothing's inside of it though. Like I said, all the valuables can only be picked up once. So the farm is just essentially the same as it is at nighttime, of course. Kind of strange if you ask me, because it doesn't make sense. I'm really surprised, like I said 15 years ago, to not ever in 15 years realize that you could do this, realize that you can actually go back across the river and get a secret cutscene with the Cerberuses and all that. It just kind of really hit for a game that I thought I knew literally everything about, to kind of figure out that I was missing this hidden secret this whole time that I literally knew absolutely nothing about. And now let's go ahead and head back through with our fabled friend Ashley. So after you get Ashley from the church and all of that, once you get Ashley from the church and you come back through, you'll find out, like I said, that everything you guys did inside of the village and inside of the farm is 100% already done, because you did this without Ashley, which is insane to even think about. No enemies here, you don't have to fight anyone. As long as you do it with Leon, it's like a smooth ride with just Ashley. You just literally run right through like it's nothing. So I guess if you guys are going for a professional run, a no damage run, or you don't want Ashley to get damaged or anything like that, I suggest doing this to help the run a little bit better. And for all of you out there who have played Resident Evil 4 for as long as I have and had no clue that this even existed, that you could even do any of this, let me know down in the comment section below. And with this, we're going to go ahead and end the video. Thank you guys for watching. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe for more content, and we will see you guys in the next video. And I hope this sheds some light on some of the secrets Resident Evil 4 has to offer that a lot of fans of the game and the franchise may not have known. So with that, goodbye.